Hey everybody, it's Kate, and this is my adventurous build, part one. I found this extremely beautiful example on the internet, and I will link to the website below. But look at how amazing this mountain home is. So I am trying to replicate it in The Sims, as many of us do. You take inspiration before you build, typically. Sometimes I don't, but this time I did, and it's coming along really well. You're only seeing part one here, and I'm only working on the exterior in this video, but it's pretty exciting. I just love beautiful architecture and hope and pray that someday I can have a home with a little bit of style. Not necessarily this style, although it would be amazing, but just any kind of style. It'd be good to have a stylish home, But there are haves and have-nots, and we'll see where I end up. So you can see how I'm trying to build it up so how the deck is kind of raised from the landscape below. So that's kind of where I am right now. I'm trying to raise it up. So I'm moving those walls and keeping the deck above, and then I decided to place columns under it. Even though I don't see those in the photo, this is how I decided to solve that issue. And you'll see, things continue to change. I'm still playing with the landscape a bit. At this point, I don't think I had any idea where the front door would be. I'm literally just trying to mimic the photo, and then I'll come up with details later. So I did it in they're kind of like three separate pieces, and moving forward, I'm not sure if I'm going to connect them or not. But currently I have these three separate pieces with big butterfly roofs and kind of the smaller, it's kind of odd, but it's just like a center building with, it's really just a room. It's only the size of a room with a very basic pitched roof on it. And so here you can see I'm making the butterfly roof, which was really fun to do. It's just so beautiful. Look at that. Something that I really wish that we could do that we don't have is the ability to put that wood look or just any kind of tones on the underside of the roof, because especially when you do these big butterfly roofs, that would make a difference. I think that we also don't have the ability to paint ceilings either, which also is, I think, a pain point for many of us sim builders. So moving on to the third piece, the third main building piece. It also has a butterfly roof, and I'm trying to match up the height right now to the other. And so lots of push and pull. The roofs always take a lot of extra effort, I think. And but I'm happy with how this is turning out. Like the massing of it is really looking good. You can see how in both masses that have the butterfly roofs, I kind of leave that piece without part of the butterfly roof there. I think that's really nice. It's kind of like that in the video, the example photo. And this is where my husband walks in. He's so cute. He wanted to tell me something, and I just decided to keep that in there because it really wasn't very long, and he's so darn cute. I just wanted to show him off. So I continued the build, and yeah, so that little piece at the end where I left roof off of it, I think it's kind of nice, and I'm still just really not sure what to do with what material should go on these kind of end pieces. You can definitely see there's a difference in them in the, oops, my phone just went off, sorry about that. I kind of went with, I think this is a spa tile look. In the video, or in the example photo, I think it's in the video. Oh my gosh. So in the photo, it looks like a definite wood, horizontal patterned wood with a lot of variation in the colors of the planks. And we kind of have that, but we don't have it in the color that I want. I think it's maybe in the business, the get to work, or possibly in the cats and dogs pack, that we have those horizontal planks that have a lot of variation in color. However, they don't have, they really don't have good color that is the color scheme that I wanted to go with, which is a lot lighter and brighter. They're really dull. So I didn't use those. I didn't want to use those. I still don't want to use those, but I'm also still not sure about this spade tile that I'm putting in here. I'm not sure what is taking me so long there. I had a bit of a pause. Maybe I was on the internet just looking at more images of the project. Okay, so then I decided to flip it over, and all of those details that I put in the roof, sort of those like trusses that stick out at the ends, those didn't rotate with the rest of the build. So at this point, I'm deciding, okay, I'm going to put the front door over here on this smaller butterfly roof area. And so you see I'm kind of layering the topography, layering the landscape to get an entrance and making a little porch for the front door. We have some really great doors in Sims now, especially with like Get Famous, had some really beautiful doors. And I think that's where this one came from here. But it was hard to find a door because I really wanted, and I think maybe I'll show you a photo from the website of this build, what the door actually looks like that the architects designed. And it has the black frame, but it has that nice kind of bright reddish wood tone to the actual door panel. And we just don't have that. So I was unable to get that. And also I had this porch all on a diagonal, and I realized you can't place stairs in a diagonal. Not that it just realized it then, I've always known that, but it was, here's that front door. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Yes. So I realized that you can't put the stairs on the diagonal, so I had to kind of head it out, and it doesn't look bad. I of course wish that, I wish that we could put them on diagonal. I think it's kind of odd that we can't. But anyways, I made it work. And you can see I'll add some more stairs kind of going down the landscape, because the front doors are really far from the front of this lot. So I added several stairs, and I start to landscape it a little bit in this video, but I think I really need to, it's going to take a lot of work to make this giant lot in The Sims. I can't remember how big this one is, maybe 50 by 60. But this is a really big lot to fill with landscaping, and it didn't, even though the house is very grand and stylish, it doesn't have, it doesn't take up a lot of space on the lot, so a lot of landscaping is going to be needed, and some kind of filling in with some trees there. I want to make it look like it really belongs in the landscape. You can see kind of the mountains and the evergreens beyond, so that's kind of what I got in. So here's a good me taking a pause and then admiring my handiwork. Oh, it's a masterpiece. I just love admiring my work. And so here we are on the backside with all the windows with the mountain views, and starting to study more how we're going to get into these 3 different pods, and I'm still deciding, should we do a covered walkway or should it be completely enclosed? I don't know. Maybe I'll explore that next in the part 2. So yeah, I wanted to put a pretty nice door, but I also didn't want it to be the front door. Struggles all around. Here I am playing with that wood again. I can't decide what it should be. That kind of wood there in the center, which in the photo to me looks very different than the wood anywhere else on the exterior. So here I decided I'll continue that piece all the way down to the bottom, and it can be like a garage piece, which is fun. Here I am struggling once again with that kind of end piece where I've got the spa tiles, and I ultimately ended up leaving the spa tiles because I can't find anything better. So let me know if you know of anything better. starting to do some layout on the interior. Really don't take this very far, but I decided this would be good for 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms just in this one pod over here. And then I decided, since the entrance is going to be at the other smaller butterfly roof pod, I think I carved out a little bathroom in there and kind of an entryway. But I ended up doing this white painted shiplap everywhere. Maybe that's a little overdone, but I kind of like it. I think it's going nicely with everything. It's modern, but it's also woodsy, so I think it's appropriate for this build. So yeah, she's got little bathroom we're putting in, and entryway, more shiplap. Decided to put some tile in the bathroom. Okay, so then I started to do the interiors, but I actually don't finish doing the interiors. So that is for next time, folks, so make sure you stay tuned. So thank you very much for watching this today. I hope you keep things to a low simmer.